Some interesting stuff. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Volatility Report. As I, Andrew Giovinazzi, Chief Operating Officer for OptionPit.com, welcoming you all to our Morning Vol Report. Our masterclass, it's a 10-part series on selling options. It's starting in 2 weeks. Basically, what we're going to do, the way the class is going to work is there's that handsome guy, Mark, and there's the older guy, Andrew, down below. That's me. What we've got is, I think that's the whole point, Giovanni. We're going to start building from the spread side of the equation. Then we'll put spreads together to create other things. We'll look at vol, relative vol, selling. But again, we're not going to be addressing the vol products. We're just going to be addressing equity and index option premium selling. The goal always is to have a decent trade by the end of each class. There'll be about an hour apiece for 10 weeks. We'll probably have a break for the 4th of July. Mark will teach a few. I will teach a few as well. And we'll also focus on exit and management strategies as well. For Option Pit Live members, it's cheaper. For people that want to buy gold, I think you could get a great deal on both the combination. If you're platinum, it's going to cost you only like nothing, like $25. If you're a pro, you get it for free. The idea is, David, learn and earn. So what we want is, but we'll also discuss higher vol times and looking on the types of trades you want to do for either low vol or high vol. Even when there's vol is low like this, there's still some relatively expensive vol. And we'll just learn about the hedging strategies that go with it. That's all. The vol class went very well. It is in our archive that for anybody that wants to learn how to trade VIX in a low to medium low environment, VIX in the VXX. That is in our archive, so if you want to see how that master class went, let us know. And with that, speaking of all this stuff, speaking of low vol, I don't know. I think we're stuck here for a while. So, $25, Cliff. Basically, you just have to sign up for it. That's a pretty good deal. It will start at a more basic level than where you are, though. Just FYI. So, last night, I think Trump fired Comey. Yep. The link, we'll get the registration link. We'll go to you, Rico. Don't worry, okay? Everybody will get it. But it will all go out. Now, where am I? I got sidetracked. I'm going to stop answering questions. It's my bad habit. Thank you. Trump fired Comey. The market tanked a little bit, and then it didn't. I thought for sure we would be able to sell some of our upside in VIX. Nothing. Nothing. If you want the opinion of what the market thinks about this whole Russian thing, it's there. 968. Now, does that mean it's wrong or right or whatever? I have no idea. But for right now, nobody cares. You know what they care about? They care that NVIDIA is selling lots and lots of chips. Okay? The market cares about tech. Okay, like we've had these periods of insane tech rallies. I think we are in one now. I've been pretty bullish on the Qs for a while. It's not changed. Right? As the internet spreads, it is just gobbling things. 20 years later, it's probably starting to catch a wind. sort of like the U.S. expanded, I think, as me being my economic historian that I am. The real expansion came right after the train system was in, when you had that crazy economic growth in the U.S. became a global powerhouse. I think we'll get something similar out of the internet now that it's now firmly in for the last 20 years, and people are figuring out all kinds of ways to use it. So again, the Qs, a lot of the big Q stocks are heavy in internet infrastructure plays, and I don't think that's over by any stretch of the imagination. So stocks like Nvidia, we'll look today. Again, probably bullishy, time spready type things in here. I would even say selling some put spreads, things like that. As far as the vol products go, I don't think there really is I think there's some vol product trade, but now we're looking a little farther out in the cycle. And the big reason is that, again, if you've taken our master classes or there are ways to trade the vol where, you take advantage of the low vol. So we'll discuss that again today. I think we go out a little farther in the cycle here, because now the relative volatility is getting actually fairly big in contango point of view. The July future at 1360, you go, wow, that's really high, or that's really low. But VIX is 973, and VIX could be 9.5 by the end of the day. We are not getting, the market is not responding anywhere, any shape, anyhow. Also, I think we'll look at some Apple plays. I think we have a little bit of a range for Apple now. It's kind of had that big move on Warren Buffett. I think there is some potential for like time spread put selling, things like that in here. So we'll look for some creative ways to generate some volatility. My next favorite one, if you're looking for interesting trade, is Mexico still has not recovered from Trump's election. I think November, we're almost there. We've been looking at it. I kind of like it to maybe get back to those levels a little bit more. I'm thinking of, trying to sell some puts in there, something like that. But it just goes in fits and starts. Again, time spreads, things like that, where it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It's the easy money has already been made, I think, post the wall talk and all that kind of stuff, as everybody just sort of settles down for that. We did look at a lot of very low long-term vol and some of the emerging market stuff. We'll review that again today in our vol report. But as far as stocks go, tech earnings, by and large, have been very good. Google, Amazon, they didn't like Microsoft, Netflix. Even Intel's were okay. They didn't like them, but they were okay. Like the big tech is still making lots of dollars, and I think that's just to train you right. As far as vol product-wise goes, we will cover some of those trades. Downside, we have aching contango basically, which is kind of just, there's the futures just keep eroding every day. That's what we have. You're not going to get big moves down for the vol products, although you are getting steady moves up for the inverse products like SPXY or something like that, where if we have a summer of this deep contango, they're just going to keep going and going and going until, I'm sure something is going to derail the market at some point, but for right now, it's not out there. 1 month volatility at the money is below 10. It's probably 7%. So that's what we have. And getting in the way is probably not a great idea, although I do like a 2400 pin for this week. With all the big earnings out, I just don't see a lot on the calendar, but a lot of slopping around. All right, everybody. Have a good day, and I'll see many of you in our chat room this morning and this afternoon. Bye-bye.